and Mandya especially will definitely go ahead and boost the prospects of the BJP in the upcoming assembly elections as well, Samiksha.
Yes. Prajwal, stay with us, and if you can give us a sense of where you're reporting from. You're reporting from Shiggaon. We understand where JP Nadda and Bommai will be holding a massive roadshow today.
Right now we are here at the Chennamma Circle in Shiggaon Assembly constituency, and this is just a glimpse of what is there, what is to behold over here, what is to take place now, because we are expecting shortly that Chief Minister Bommai will be accompanied by the BJP National President JP Nadda and also superstar Kiccha Sudeep, who will be campaigning for him. There will be a roadshow which will be held from Chennamma Circle towards a ground here which is nearby for 1 kilometer. After the roadshow there will be a huge convention where JP Nadda as well as Chief Minister Bommai and Sudeep will address thousands of BJP workers as well. And after the addressing at the convention, they will head directly to the Tehsildar office where Chief Minister Bommai will be filing his nominations. On the visuals on our screen, we are showing you right now the iconic Chennamma Circle in Shiggaon Assembly constituency where Chief Minister Bommai and BJP National President will be garlanding the statue of Chennamma. Apart from which, we are also seeing thousands of supporters, BJP supporters who have already gathered here, and also this huge garland that we were looking at, this garland right there on the screens to go ahead and garland Chief Minister Bommai.
Yes.
There seems to be a rousing reception which is waiting for Chief Minister Bommai, who will be arriving here shortly in the next 10 to 15 minutes is what we get to understand at this point of time, Samiksha.
Yes. Stay with us, Prajwal, and let's take a word from Aneri as well, who's joining us live from Varuna, Bengaluru. Aneri, if you can also give us a sense of this place. We understand Siddaramaiah would be filing his nomination from this constituency today.
Well, that's right, Samiksha. We have been seeing how there has been a massive face-off between the BJP and the Congress, especially when we talk about the Varuna constituency, because it has been a very strong hold of Siddaramaiah, who is the opposition leader and also a senior Congress leader. And right now, as Siddaramaiah is at the hill shrine, before he moves to file his nomination, he is doing prayers at the hill shrine here, and also after which a mega roadshow will be held by Siddaramaiah. So definitely a series of roadshows, let it be from the BJP or the Congress. And also, as you can see, as we continue to report from Varuna constituency, a large number of people have gathered, are soon going to gather here in Varuna constituency supporting Siddaramaiah, because this constituency has been having a strong hold of Siddaramaiah. So definitely all eyes on that. Large number of people are expected to join the roadshow, a show of strength by the Congress party, especially when we talk about Siddaramaiah, because we have been seeing that how Siddaramaiah had plans to...
All right, we'll go across to Aneri again, but for now, that's a big news break coming in from Bali, where Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha Dharwad Unit Executive Member Praveen Kamar has been murdered. He was brutally murdered by miscreants, is what we're given to understand. This murder has happened in Dharwad region of Karnataka. Now, the reason for the murder is still not known, but we understand that sources telling the public that it was a drunken brawl which turned violent and ultimately led to the murder of the Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha Dharwad Unit Executive Member, which was Praveen Kamar. In this case, Prajwal getting us that breaking. Prajwal, give us more details of this news break that's just coming in.
Now we are getting to learn, Samiksha, that the BJP Yuva Morcha's Dharwad Unit's executive member and the Kottur Gram Panchayat Vice President Praveen Kumar has been, murdered now. And somewhere now we also saw that the BJP South parliamentarian Tejasvi Surya is stating that this is a murder by his political rivals as well. But as of now, the top cops in the district are stating that unknown miscreants who were drunk have gone ahead and attacked Praveen Kumar for personal political reasons too, and investigations are underway, and it will be too early to go ahead and call this a political murder too. But seems like that Dharwad is boiling because of the fact that Praveen has been murdered, and he was quite a popular Yuva Morcha leader too. And now many of the BJP leaders in the state are going ahead and calling for action in this particular case which has taken place. But we will have to wait in for an official word from the commissioner himself as to what was the reason for the murder. Now a case has already been registered at the police station now, and we are still waiting whether the assailants have been taken into custody or not. It is being stated that a few of the people on suspicion have already been taken into custody, but right now the investigation is still underway, and only after which the police can go ahead and give a complete report as to what was exactly the cause for this murder.
Prajwal, thank you for the moment. We'll keep coming back to you. So for now, BJP alleging calling it a political murder. Remains to be seen what really goes into and what comes out of the probe into this. But for now, that's the news break that's just coming in. A murder which has happened, and this is of the BJP Yuva Morcha who was found dead in Dharwad. We slip into a very short break, but top stories to continue on the other side of the break.
Do you think there is a certain motivated opposition that is trying to wield control over the top court?
Anyone who chooses to misbehave with the Supreme Court and causes misdemeanor should be taken to task by the court itself. I think we just need some judges who just needs to get angry with this kind of behavior and take a call on it and take contempt notice on such people. Things will improve
Like
automatically.
Rahul Gandhi.
इस देश में बहुत समय के बाद एक ऐसी सरकार आई है जो सरकार टिकाने के लिए नहीं चल रही, देश को सुधारने के लिए सरकार चल रही है।
ये पहला एक बड़ा इवेंट हुआ है जहां पे आप इस पर विस्तृत तौर से इन डिटेल आप बात करेंगे, तो लेट अस एड्रेस ऑल इश्यूज।
The throne of the leadership I convey to Prime Minister Modi of India.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी G20 इवेंट के दौरान नेताओं के साथ द्विपक्षीय बैठक करेंगे।
How tough is it for a sportsman or an athlete to get out of this phase and emerge victorious eventually?
The contest between the ball and a bat, I think whether it's the World Cup final or it's any other game, I know it's difficult. It's difficult to accept that it's another game of cricket, but that is how a sportsman needs to think, and that is how I prepared myself, because ultimately whether it's the World Cup final or it's the first game of the World Cup, the contest is not the World Cup final. The contest is between the bowler and a batsman. So ultimately I have to beat the next ball which I end up playing, and I've got to do the best of my whatever I could of the next particular delivery. So that is how I approach both the World Cup finals. Rather than thinking about the platform, rather than thinking about the occasion, it is about just watching the ball and reacting to it.
World leaders have promised everything to everyone in the so-called Sustainable Development Goals. Not surprisingly, the world and all the G20 countries are vastly off track to deliver. Even India won't deliver everything, but India has improved faster than any other G20 nation from 2015 to 19. India shows that prioritizing achievable, deliverable development matters. Yet the rich world incessantly stress climate change. And yes, climate is a challenge, but one of many. And currently climate policies cost trillions of dollars, yet deliver trivial temperature reductions in a century from now. In a world where we can't do everything, India is uniquely placed to demand the world focus on the most efficient development policies first. growth, jobs, education, health is at the top of India's priorities, as it is across most of the world. Climate is there too, but nowhere near the top. I will talk about how smart policies can help India and the world achieve amazing progress for little money. Better education, ending tuberculosis, more trade, lower mortality for mothers and infants, higher agricultural production, and better nutrition. Chairing the G20, India can help all of us focus on the smartest solutions for the challenges faced by the Global South. I'll challenge popular opinion at India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit, which is by far India's most high-profile event. I'll see you there.
Dragging back economic fugitives, fantastic. But a crackdown on corruption alone is not enough to steer the economy.
That is where the reforms are not just to remove those who are with several cases of corruption and disproportionate assets. This will ensure that at a local level, no officer can go about saying, hey, I've come to inspect you, without the system approving it.
You come from the northeast, but then the concept of integrated India, Ek Bharat, Shresht Bharat Kar, this concept is very relevant to every state and specifically the northeast.
So I think it's the balance and between that, and I think the leadership along with the
Well, good morning. The third edition of the Republic Summit will be held in the national capital this month. The biggest names, the biggest newsmakers, the biggest agents of change and transformation in India will be at the Republic Summit once again. So stand by for what will be by far India's biggest news event by miles. Now, India's transformation is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in it together. What does this time of transformation mean to you? Tell us what this transformation means to you. Send us your video on it via WhatsApp on 730-443-4381. The most compelling responses will get in-house seats to India's biggest news event. Join us in celebrating this time of transformation. You are watching Live and Breaking, and as a quick recap of the top headlines at 11:30. The mafia don Atiq Ahmed's assailants are to be produced in court today. Uttar Pradesh SIT seeks remand. Landmark hearing to recognize same-sex marriages continues in the Supreme Court. The battle for Karnataka heats up. Mega roadshows are lined up as big wigs are set to file nominations. Apple's CEO Tim Cook will be meeting the Prime Minister today.
Instead of allowing for a free and fair probe and inquiry into these allegations to determine what is the truth and to take action against the perpetrator of such kind of harassment and discrimination.
Assam Congress Youth President alleges harassment by B.V. Srinivas and inaction by the top brass. The BJP hits out. Unrest continues in Sudan. Death toll now rises to 270. Over 2,000 suffer critical injuries. Well, the Supreme Court has set aside the Bombay High Court order acquitting Professor GN Saibaba in a case linked to Maoists. Now, the case has been remanded and will now be decided afresh, preferably within the next 4 months by a different High Court bench. All contentions, including the issue of sanctions, is to be kept open. Rhythm Anand Bhardwaj now joins me on the phone line, has more details on this. Rhythm, essentially, so what this means is that the acquittal that was given by the Bombay High Court now is being set aside and this case will be heard afresh. Is that what we are to understand of this?
Absolutely, Nupur. This was a plea filed by the Maharashtra state that was challenging the order of the Bombay High Court that had allowed the appeal against the life sentence that was given to GN Saibaba and 5 others under UAPA. When the court started hearing the matter, they also said the Bombay High Court did not go into proper merits of the case. On earlier occasions, we saw how the Bombay High Court, when it passed this order, the Solicitor General had there was an SLP that was filed hours after that acquittal, and the Solicitor General had asked for an early listing in the matter when it was finally done. This is a issue of legal sanctions, but more importantly, the order was also given in 2017, Nupur, of conviction and sentence of Saibaba by a sessions court at Maharashtra. After that, under UAP and 120B. It is very serious charges that are involved here, and what the court had been told and why the court set this aside is because the court had clearly been told this is talking about India's sovereignty, national interest, and it goes against that. Very serious charges are made against the interest of the society, sovereignty, and integrity of India. Keeping all that in mind, the court that was hearing Saibaba's petition today has said a new bench of the Bombay High Court will now hear the matter.
All right. Rhythm, of course, is bringing us the latest on this. So essentially, there will be a new High Court bench which will be looking at this. Now, also, Rhythm, we are given to understand that the Supreme Court has preferably said that this matter should be finished in about 4 months. So, are we to read this as a time limit being set?
I'll look into that, but for now what the court has clearly stated is this matter will be heard by a new bench. Possibly there's a time limit that has been given. It is only to ensure that there is a quick decision in the matter, where already he's serving a sentence after the lower court had given him that sentence. So as we are waiting for this Maharashtra government appeal, this is a wait for the Maharashtra government that wanted this matter to be set aside, which the court has done. Yesterday a proposal was made by Saibaba's counsel, but the court has finally said that this matter, you are right, they have said it needs to be disposed of in its appeal within 4 months. Keeping all this in mind, the court has said a new bench of the Bombay High Court shall now hear the matter.
All right, Rhythm, thank you very much for joining us with those details. All right, so pictures on your screen right now are from Karnataka, where JP Nadda is along with the top leadership of the Karnataka state. You can see Kiccha Sudeep also there. Now, do remember that he was supposed to accompany Baswaraj Bommai as he filed his nomination paper. So this is a star-studded campaign that we're looking at in Karnataka. The BJP, of course, has managed to rope in Kiccha Sudeep, who's a huge star in Karnataka to campaign for Baswaraj Bommai. Prajwal is reporting on this. He now joins us. So, Prajwal, star power being used by the BJP to ensure that they can, win maximum seats in this assembly election.
Absolutely, because now the list of the star campaigners has already been released by the BJP, but they are also roping in film actors as well as film stars to go ahead and campaign for their candidates, not only in Shiggaon Assembly constituency, but also across the entire state of Karnataka. Now, Sudeep has clearly gone ahead and stated even in the past that no matter what, he will campaign for Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai, despite the fact that he has been targeted politically by both the Congress and the JDS too, and he's also stated that it will not only be Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai but also the candidates which Baswaraj Bommai also mentions, and largely we could see the BJP using Sudeep to go ahead and campaign in regions of North Karnataka, Hyderabad Karnataka region, where his community, that is the Valmiki Nayakas, are huge in number, and also in Hubballi too, because he has a huge fan following as well, and this is also one of the primary reasons that he's already here in Hubballi, and we have seen him along with the BJP National President JP Nadda and State President Nalin Kumar Katir, who also received him at the Hubballi airport, and shortly they will be arriving here at the Shiggaon Assembly constituency too, and this could prove to be quite detrimental. Both the Congress and the JDS state that they are not affected by Kiccha Sudeep going on and campaigning for the BJP, but at the same time both the Congress and the JDS have approached the Election Commission seeking a ban on the contents of Kiccha Sudeep till the elections are over, and we also recently saw that the Congress approached the Election Commission stating that even the advertisements of Kiccha Sudeep should be stopped completely as well, even at public places too. So this is something that is supposed to be watched out for as well. But apart from which, we are also looking at other stars too who might be roped in as well. And mainly now, because the BJP party, mainly its candidate in Malleshwaram Assembly constituency, Dr. Ashwath Narayan, whose brother is also Vijay Kirgandur, who heads the Hombale Productions too, has a lot of connect with the Sandalwood film industry because it is one of the biggest production houses in Karnataka. And recently we also saw that Rishabh Shetty also had a coincidental meeting with Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai at the Mookambike temple in Udupi. And also Bommai just gave a hint stating that Rishabh and Rishabh and me share the same ideals, and he has expressed this at several times as well. So we can expect a host of actors from the Sandalwood industry to be going ahead and campaigning for the BJP candidates in the upcoming elections.
All right, do stay with us, Prajwal. Let's also bring in Aneri right now. She is reporting from Varuna, and she, of course, is focusing on the big contest from the Congress's side. So, Aneri, give us a sense of what's happening around you. Of course, Siddaramaiah was supposed to file his nomination papers as well.
That's right, Nupur. We have been seeing how there has been a massive focus on Varuna constituency when we talk about Siddaramaiah along with the BJP's candidates, that's Somaya, and also at the same time now we are right now just outside the public meeting where Siddaramaiah, the Congress senior leader and the opposition leader who will be addressing the gathering here. Large number of people have gathered here coming in support of Siddaramaiah, and also at the same time, Nupur, not to forget, this Varuna constituency has been having a strong hold of Siddaramaiah, and also at the same time Siddaramaiah is very much confident of winning from this particular constituency, though however back then there was a talk that he was planning to contest from two different constituencies, one is Varuna and one is Kolar, but however right now as you can see large number of people have gathered, and after addressing a public meeting here, Siddaramaiah will be holding a roadshow which will be leading to the office where he will also be filing a nomination at around 2 p.m. That is from short while from now. Siddaramaiah is expected to come here, address the gathering, and also this will be a massive show of strength by the Congress party, and also at the same time we have been seeing how there has been a massive however the BJP says that they are very much confident of this particular constituency, and also at the same time Siddaramaiah, who has a huge following here from Varuna constituency. Well, it all remains to be seen how this battle between BJP and the Congress goes to be, because this today it is going to be a massive show of strength by the Congress party here, and as Siddaramaiah goes ahead to file his nomination in some time from now, a massive roadshow will also be led by Siddaramaiah here in
Let's go across to Prajwal right now. Prajwal, Aneri, I hope you are feeling safe over there. There seems to be a huge crowd of people behind you. Prajwal, I'm going to come to you next. Prajwal, give us a sense of what you are seeing in Shiggaon. Obviously, you know, this is going to be a show of strength for the BJP.
Absolutely, because over here it's a sea of saffron out here, and you can see the large number of people who have surrounded me itself, Nupur, and all are supporters of Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai, who have come out in huge numbers from young and old alike. We are seeing different generations of people who are coming here to support Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai as well, and also the crowds is only swelling by the moment, because if we see all the BJP male cadres out here, we're also seeing the female cadres right there. We are just panning towards the visuals there. We're seeing many female BJP cadres out there who have also come in here to vouch their support for Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai as well. And this is a huge show of strength for the Chief Minister, who will be in Shiggaon very shortly. And we also saw these visuals where he was there along with Kiccha Sudeep too. And we can see that people are flashing symbols of victory with the posters of Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai out here. here with his supporters too, who are coming out in large numbers and chanting slogans for him. And it is only going to get bigger because in a short while from now, announcements are already being made here that he will be arriving here shortly, and we can see the sort of crowd that is here, Nupur. It's a huge sea of saffron out here at the Shiggaon Assembly constituency ahead of this much anticipated roadshow for all these people as well. Let's also go in, get in a few words from the locals as well who have gathered out here in large numbers. ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಂದ ಕಾಯ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಸಿಎಂ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸುದೀಪ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಏನು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತೀರಾ?
10 ಕಾಯ್ತಾರೆ.
ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿ ಸಾಹೇಬರು ಬರಬೇಕು.
Translating to what he's stating, he's going ahead and stating that we want Baswaraj Bommai to come here, and we are all waiting for him from a very long time as well. So more and more people coming in now. We are getting these visuals of where the CRPF is forming a human chain. They have formed a human chain. They are clearing the way now. Shortly we are seeing that the escort vehicles of Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai as well as the BJP National President JP Nadda is also here now. The CRPF has completely taken control of this particular road here, along with the local police who are also going ahead. A cordon being formed now. Now finally we are getting in now visuals of and it's quite a huge.
Right, so pictures on your screen are of the Chief Minister of Karnataka arriving right now. Of course, he is being accompanied by the senior leadership of the BJP as he files his nomination from the Shiggaon constituency. We are told Kiccha Sudeep is also in Hubli. He will also be campaigning for Baswaraj Bommai. On the other side, of course, Siddaramaiah has also arrived in Varuna. He is filing his nomination papers from there. Varuna, of course, is seen largely to be the bastion of Siddaramaiah, very, very confident there of his victory from Varuna. Baswaraj Bommai, of course, is got big wigs for the BJP accompanying him. We had earlier heard that JP Nadda will be there along with him to file his nomination papers. Apart from that, of course, the BJP has enlisted a large number of film stars to campaign for the BJP. And let's try and go back across to Prajwal, who's on the ground in Shiggaon. Prajwal, of course, there are jammers in place, and that is why we couldn't hear you briefly. But give us an overall sense of the excitement that's brewing there.
The excitement is palpable because the people are very eager to see Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai as well. But at the same point of time, they're also very eager to see Kiccha Sudeep too, because he has a lot of popularity among the people here in this assembly constituency. And these are all supporters of Sudeep who are going ahead and chanting his name as well, breaking into an impromptu dance right here on the screens too, and going ahead and stating that they are eagerly waiting and anticipating for Sudeep as well to come here. And this is the reason, this is the only reason that Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai has also roped in Sudeep too, because he enjoys a massive support in the Hubli Dharwad region as well. And the excitement is just up by a few notches now, because Sudeep has already come in now is what we get to understand. And the visuals on our screens, you're seeing that the police are making sure that there will be no sort of untoward incident. They're making sure that the law and order will be in place as well. But the people definitely cannot go ahead and contain their excitement. And we are also waiting in for Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai to arrive here at the Chennama Circle. It's a sea of saffron out here, and we are amidst that, and you can see how excited they are with all these saffron flags going ahead, waving around. And many supporters of Kiccha Sudeep clearly waiting to get a glimpse of him. And this will be very crucial for the assembly elections too. And a testimony to the fact that he enjoys a massive support is the huge number of people who have gathered out here in large numbers, Nupur. And all said and done, the roadshow will begin in a few moments from now as well. And many of the people are going ahead and stating that they need to go and have a word. Let's go across and speak to some of them too. ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಂದ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಂದ ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಸುದೀಪ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಬಯಸ್ತೀರಾ?
7:15 ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಣ್ಣ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ CM ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಿಚ್ಚ ಸುದೀಪ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಅವ್ರು ಈ ಸಲ ಬರೋದಂಕೂ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಬಡಬಗ್ಗರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅವರೇ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ. ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಅವರು ಲೇಗಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಳಾಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅವರೇ ಅಷ್ಟು ಉಳುವಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರು ನಿಯತ್ತಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Translating to what he's stating that there has been development, but we are also waiting to go ahead and get a glimpse of Sudeep too. So this is something which is absolutely important. But on this note, over to you, Nupur, because it is not at all audible right here, and these visuals are only a testimony to it, where more and more number of people, around 8,000 to 10,000 people already gathered here out in large numbers.
Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there.
इस देश में बहुत समय के बाद एक ऐसी सरकार आई है जो सरकार टिकाने के लिए नहीं चल रही, देश को सुधारने के लिए सरकार चल रही है।
ये पहला एक बड़ा इवेंट हुआ है जहां पे आप इस पर विस्तृत तौर से इन डिटेल आप बात करेंगे, तो लेट अस एड्रेस ऑल इश्यूज।
Dragging back economic fugitives, fantastic. But a crackdown on corruption alone is not enough to steer the economy.
That is where the reforms are not just to remove those who are with several cases of corruption and disproportionate assets. This will ensure that at a local level, no officer can go about saying, hey, I've come to inspect you, without the system approving it.
5G सर्विस, जो कि एक बहुत ही क्रांतिकारी सर्विस के तौर पर माना जा रहा है। भारत सबसे अधिक तीव्र गति से डिजिटलीकरण करने वाली इकोनॉमी है।
As a young man from Ladakh, how do you see the abrogation of 370 and now being united through that step?
केवल 370 ही नहीं हटा, एक सक्षम राष्ट्र बनाने के लिए, एक देश को मजबूत करने का जो निर्णय पहले लेना चाहिए था, जो अटके हुए थे 70 सालों से, वो हुआ है। और ये केवल एक ही सरकार का एक ही अचीवमेंट में नहीं गिना जाएगा। आपको आने वाले पीढ़ी जन्म जन्म तक इसको याद रखेंगे।
Do you think there is a certain motivated opposition that is trying to wield control over the top court?
Anyone who chooses to misbehave with the Supreme Court and causes misdemeanor should be taken to task by the court itself. I think we just need some judges who just needs to get angry with this kind of behavior and take a call on it and take contempt notice on such people. Things will improve automatically.
The throne of the leadership I convey to Prime Minister Modi of India.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी G20 इवेंट के दौरान नेताओं के साथ द्विपक्षीय बैठक करेंगे।
World leaders have promised everything to everyone in the so-called Sustainable Development Goal. Not surprisingly, the world and all the G20 countries are vastly off track to deliver. Even India won't deliver everything, but India has improved faster than any other G20 nation from 2015 to 19. India shows that prioritizing achievable, deliverable development matters. Yet the rich world incessantly stress climate change. And yes, climate is a challenge, but one of many. And currently climate policies cost trillions of dollars, yet deliver trivial temperature reductions in a century from now. In a world where we can't do everything, India is uniquely placed to demand the world focus on the most efficient development policies first. Growth, jobs, education, health is at the top of India's priorities, as it is across most of the world. Climate is there too, but nowhere near the top. I will talk about how smart policies can help India and the world achieve amazing progress for little money. Better education, ending tuberculosis, more trade, lower mortality for mothers and infants, higher agricultural production, and better nutrition. Chairing the G20, India can help all of us focus on the smartest solutions for the challenges faced by the Global South. I'll challenge popular opinion at India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit, which is by far India's most high-profile event. I'll see you there.
At least 21 people have died in a deadly fire at a Beijing hospital that forced evacuation of dozens of patients. The Chinese defense chief vowed to take military cooperation with Moscow to a new level, a statement that reflects increasingly close Russia-China ties amid the fighting in Ukraine. Khartoum's hospitals were thrown into chaos by the explosion of violence between Sudan's two top generals. At the Ahmed Qasim Children's Hospital, medical staff evacuated all cases except the ones in intensive care. Coming up next, Assam Congress Youth President alleges harassment by BV Srinivas and inaction by the top brass. The BJP hits out.
You come from the northeast, but then the concept of integrated India, Ek Bharat, Shresht Bharat Ka, this concept is very relevant to every state and specifically the northeast.
So I think it's the balance and between that, and I think the leadership along with the flexibility in the constitutional framework that we have is really what will allow this beautiful nation of ours, which has this complexity, yet, as you said, the nation first approach is really what is a way to move forward in. And so I think there is always a way forward, respecting the different communities, respecting the difference that we have, and yet keeping the nation first is really the way forward that we need.
Dear viewers, in a few days we are bringing to you once again the Republic Summit. And this year our theme is fittingly about how this is a time of transformation. Yes, this is a time of transformation for an India that is growing 4 times faster than the world average. It is a time of transformation for an India whose manufacturing exports grow 40% year on year on the back of COVID, while China witnesses a major loss. This is a time of transformation, of opportunity for India that has let go of the dollar hangover, and the rupee is closer to being accepted as international currency. And nearly 60% of all digital payments are already UPI based. Isn't this the very moment to come together and think of how we can make the transformation even quicker? So please join me and join all of us at Republic TV as we bring to you the Republic Summit this year on the theme of a time of transformation. See you there.
Do you think there is a certain motivated opposition that is trying to wield control over the top court?
Anyone who chooses to misbehave with the Supreme Court and causes misdemeanor should be taken to task by the court itself. I think we just need some judges who just needs to get angry with this kind of behavior and take a call on it and take contempt notice on such people, things will improve automatically.
इस देश में बहुत समय के बाद एक ऐसी सरकार आई है जो सरकार टिकाने के लिए नहीं चल रही, देश को सुधारने के लिए सरकार चल रही है।
ये पहला एक बड़ा इवेंट हुआ है जहां पे आप इस पर विस्तृत तौर से इन डिटेल आप बात करेंगे, तो लेट अस एड्रेस ऑल इश्यूज।
The throne of the leadership I convey to Prime Minister Modi of India.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी G20 इवेंट के दौरान नेताओं के साथ द्विपक्षीय बैठक करेंगे।
World leaders have promised everything to everyone in the so-called Sustainable Development Goal. Not surprisingly, the world and all the G20 countries are vastly off track.
Well, the third edition of the Republic Summit will be held in the national capital this month. The biggest names, the biggest newsmakers and agents of change and transformation in India will be at the Republic Summit. So stand by for what will be by far India's biggest news event by miles. India's transformation is for us to celebrate together, to take pride in it together. What does this time of transformation mean to you? Tell us what this transformation means to you and send us your video on it via WhatsApp on 730-443381. The most compelling responses will get in-house seats to India's biggest news event, the Republic Summit. Join us in celebrating this time of transformation. You are watching live and breaking on Republic. Here are the headlines. Big setback for the lobby. Top court sets aside Maoist sympathizer GN Saibaba's acquittal. It's a star-studded campaign in battleground Karnataka. Kiccha Sudeep campaigns for Bommai. BJP leader hacked to death in Hubballi, Dharwad. The BJP alleges a political hand. Historic same-sex marriage debate continues in Supreme Court. Centre files a fresh affidavit. Maharashtra Minister Gulab Rao Patil raises eyebrows with Pawar play not over yet remark. And unrest continues in Sudan. India raises concerns over the safety of stranded nationals. All right, pictures on your screen are of JP Nadda meeting Baswaraj Bommai over there. The Chief Minister is filing his nomination from the Shiggaon constituency in Haveri district in the presence of the BJP President. We are also told that, in fact, you can see it in the pictures as well. Kiccha Sudeep also there now. BY Vijendra will also be filing his nominations from Shikaripura and will be accompanied by BS Yediyurappa. So, bigwigs on the field today. We can see JP Nadda, who's on a two-day visit to Karnataka right now, accompanying the Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai as he files his nomination papers. Kiccha Sudeep also seen in these pictures. He's of course going to be campaigning for the Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai, and he will we are told perhaps also be accompanying him in the rally that takes place after he files his nomination papers. Let's try and go across to Prajwal, who's reporting on this. Prajwal, so star power on full display as far as the BJP is concerned?
Absolutely. Now, star power on full display as far as the BJP is concerned, because multiple star campaigners have already gotten into the fray out here, not only in Shiggaon but also across the entire state of Karnataka. Now news just trickling in that challenging star Darshan is also going ahead and campaigning for BJP candidate Invalu Sachidananda from the Srirangapatna Assembly constituency, but shifting our focus, clearly going ahead and shifting our focus to these visuals out there on our screen. We can see that this is a massive show of strength here with thousands of BJP karyakartas who have lined up on the streets of on the streets of Shiggaon here as well. And now more and more number of people coming out here in large numbers expressing their support for Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai. We also saw visuals of Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai seated along with JP Nadda and Sudeep as well, welcoming them and clearly going ahead and then welcoming them, having breakfast, and then later it is now being stated that he will be arriving here shortly. We also saw their convoys which came in a short while from now. There is a small meeting which is taking place with the local BJP leaders out here before they get on the field and then go ahead and conduct this roadshow as well. But all said and done, definitely a sea of saffron out here at the Shiggaon Assembly constituency too, and more action is expected shortly from on ground here, Nupur.
Oh yes, absolutely. So all eyes, of course, are on Shiggaon right now, where Basuraj Bommai will be filing his nominations for. But apart from this, of course, as far as JP Nadda's program is concerned, we are hearing that he will be meeting the Lingayat community, and that's been the focus, at least in the Dharwad region.
Now, Nupur, what we get to understand is that this has been a Yes, this has been a massive outreach by the BJP national president and especially the BJP high command as well. Because if you look at it, the national president JP Nadda came in here, spoke to the local leaders and the local karyakartas. They made sure that they reach out to the entire Lingayat community as well. Followed by which JP Nadda visited two prominent mutts today. One is the Murusavira mutt and the other is the Siddharuda mutt as well, where he also met the pontiffs too. And we clearly know for a fact that the pontiff of Murusavira mutt had gone ahead and expressed his support for the BJP, stating that they will be loyal as well. Why this happened mainly is because of the fact that Jagdish Shettar jumped ship from the BJP to the Congress, and once he jumped ship from the BJP to the Congress, it was stated that the BJP would go ahead and lose out on the Lingayat votes in the Hubballi-Dharwad belt as well as in North Karnataka too. So in a bid to go ahead and control the damage now, the BJP leaders are out there reaching out to the Lingayat community by and large, and we also saw Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai stating that the Congress remembers the Lingayat community only once in 5 years, otherwise they have tried to divide the community as well. So this is something which needs to be known over here, and Jagdish Shettar also solely held BL Santosh responsible for him and several other Lingayat leaders in the BJP being denied tickets, and therefore now all said and done, the BJP High Command is making sure that there will be no further damage to, and absolutely they will go ahead and reach out to the Lingayat community, and by and large not only in the Hubli-Dharwad region but also across the entire state of Karnataka.
All right. So pictures on your screen are of what's happening in Karnataka. It's a high-octane battle. In Varuna, Siddaramaiah is filing his nomination papers. We have the Chief Minister, the sitting Chief Minister over there in Shiggaon. I think that's B.S. Yadurappa over there, also currently accompanying, I think, the Chief Minister as he files his nomination papers. And of course, Jagdish Shettar also is filing his nomination papers today. Let me quickly get in a word from Aneri right now. Aneri, as far as the Congress is concerned, they are very, very confident of at least the Varuna constituency, where we see Siddaramaiah filing his nomination papers from.
Well, that's right, Nupur. The Congress party has been very much confident of winning this particular constituency, the Varuna constituency, which has been in the news since the day one, because Siddaramaiah was also hoping to get a ticket from Kolar, as he was planning to contest from 2 seats. However, the Congress party, the High Command of the Congress party, only gave him Varuna constituency. So today is the day when Siddaramaiah will be filing his nomination. Just before that, he will also be addressing a public meeting, and all of these people, as you can see all through this road, are going and heading towards the public meeting, which will be addressed by Siddaramaiah in a short while from now, because as of now, Siddaramaiah is visiting the Hill Shrine before he files the nomination papers. And also, Nupur, not to forget, near about we are happy gathering for this roadshow, which is by the Congress party, and also we seeing, because when we talk about this the BJP has filed in context to Siddaramaiah, because now it's a BJP versus Congress fight, because BJP has built in B. Sopana from Varuna constituency, whereas Siddaramaiah, who has been having a stronghold from all of these years, past many years, Siddaramaiah holds a very strong hold in this particular constituency, and that is Congress party is very much confident of winning from this particular.
All right, that's a very poor audio connection that we have with you, Aneri. I think there's a lot of disruption, but we'll try and fix that and come back to you in just a bit. But as Aneri is pointing out, of course, it's not just Varuna, but also Hubli, where the focus is. Do remember that Jagdish Shettar, who left the BJP just this week, has now joined the Congress party. He's contesting from there, and we are, of course, seeing the local leadership accompanying him even as he files his nomination papers. And in Shiggaon, there is Baswaraj Bommai. We saw him being filing his nomination, of course. Also along with him was JP Nadda. Let's go back to Prajwal on the ground for a wider view also. Now, even as you know, the BJP puts its might behind Baswaraj Bommai, on the other side is the fact that, you know, they are at least a little bit worried about Jagdish Shettar. So take us through, you know, what we are expecting in Hubli.
ಬೇಕಂತೆ ಸರ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ನಾನು
Prajwal?
Nupur, if you could just come again.
All right, viewers will appreciate that there's... Right, viewers will appreciate that there is a lot of noise from where our correspondents are reporting. But I'm going to try and go across to Prajwal once again. Prajwal, I was asking you that even as the focus today is on Baswaraj Bommai's filing of nomination papers, the fact is that the BJP will be at least a little bit worried about Hubli because of Jagdish Shettar. Now, he was the chief minister who decided to leave for the Congress literally days before the polls.
Absolutely, because there are no second doubts over the fact that people are, the BJP is absolutely worried about Jagdish Shettar as well. But Nupur, just quickly shifting focus out there. Now we are seeing that the Chief Minister is here. Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai is here right there on our screens now, where he's going to garland the statue of Kittur Rani Chennamma right out there. And we can also see banners, not only of the BJP, but we can also see banners as well as flags of Kiccha Sudeep as well. The Akila Karnataka Kiccha Sudeep Fans Association, the AKK SFA members are waving flags of Kiccha Sudeep as well. Now, right on our screens there, you will be getting a view of Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai coming in there, and the people are making way for him to get up the stairs as well. In just a few seconds, you will be getting those visuals of Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai. Now, we're also getting a glimpse. We're also getting a glimpse of his. Now, finally, it is Mr. JP Nadda. The BJP National President, JP Nadda, is finally being seen there, who will be garlanding the statue of Kittur Rani Chennamma there. So right there on our screens, that is the national president of the BJP. The national president of the BJP, JP Nadda, out there on the screens from battleground Shiggaon in Haveri district, garlanding Kittur Rani Chennamma, one of the most iconic figures in the freedom struggle, especially in Karnataka as well. And now we see the star of this entire show, Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai too, who is accompanying the national president JP Nadda. And now finally it is the turn of superstar Sudeep, who is also going up the stairs along with the Chief Minister, him waving to his fans and doing the typical namaskaram to all the fans out here as well. So it's a huge show of strength, a huge show of being united out here on the screens, even as Chief Minister Bommai, JP Nadda and Sudeep, all the three of them, this trio are waving from all the directions, surrounded completely at the iconic Chennamma circle in Shiggaon Assembly constituency. A huge show of strength and support for Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai with their star campaigner the BJP National President JP. He is also asking Mr. Bommai again to point this image of Sudeep, this image of Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai, him raising his hands together. This is what Sudeep is indicating. This is him stating that no amount of contradiction, no amount of brickbats, he's not concerned about it. He's only concerned about his relationship with Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai. And with no second questions asked, he will go ahead and campaign for Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai as well. Now shortly they will be getting into the open caravan. We're also seeing Mr. Govind Karjol, who is already there. And finally now the Chief Minister will be accompanied by his cabinet ministers and JP Nadda as well as Sudeep too. So this is a sea of saffron. This is a sea of saffron. Supporters of Kiccha Sudeep over there chanting the names of Sudeep. So in one such, this is one such expectation as well as an exception that more than the CM's name, we can hear Sudeep's name, which is being shouted out by the crowd over here, even as all of them raise their hands to wave at both Sudeep as well as Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai. Over to you, Nupur, to take over.
All right, so as Prajwal is pointing out, of course, a sea of saffron over there. We can see Basavaraj Bommai getting down from there, and Kiccha Sudeep, of course, accompanying him. Prajwal, of course, this is also, in a sense, great strategy by the BJP, because Kiccha Sudeep is someone who, Kannadigas admire.
Absolutely, Nupur. This has been a part of the BJP's strategy, which clearly goes ahead and shows that it is not only the leaders and the community which is important, but also the star campaigners too, who are equally important as well. Because what they need to also understand is the sort of fan following that Sudeep too has, not only among the community, but as a person, as an individual, not only in the state of Karnataka, but across the entire nation as well. And the sort of respect that he commands and the sort of dignified and humble figure that Sudeep is would definitely go ahead and do a lot of favors for the BJP as well. But now, right now, again going back to the visuals now, we are seeing JP Nadda being accompanied by Govind Karjol as well, and we will shortly also be seeing Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai. Yes, Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai has come in, but it's a sea of saffron as well. You can see these flags quite high, as up to around 10 to 15 feet almost. And now clearly those visuals out there being seen. Sudeep is in fact being asked to move to the front right next to JP Nadda and Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai as well. But in large, the BJP strategy is being mainly to go ahead and and this time around they are stating that because of Sudeep being roped in, him going ahead and campaigning in around 15 to 20 assembly constituencies could turn out to be the clinching factor for the BJP, because in all these constituencies in the past the BJP has lost or won by only a margin of 1,000 to 1,500 votes as well, and they know that even a 2% or a 3% swing in the vote share will go ahead and do a lot of benefit for the BJP party, especially in North Karnataka, Shiggaon as well as Hubballi. Now the roadshow has started, Nupur. The roadshow has started to move as well, and you can see that the people are moving there along with the crowd as well, and many of them are also there in vehicles as well. There's also a small rally of bikes which is being conducted, but these visuals will just show as to how the people are moving along with the caravan of the BJP National President and Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai too. And this is equally important at this point of time to go ahead and understand the fact that they're not only concentrating on one particular community, but they're concentrating on the district as a whole and on each and every assembly constituency, which shows that where their target voters are, and they're clearly appealing to the masses to go ahead and vote for the BJP if they want a clear change.
Oh, Prajwal, these huge road shows that we see are now almost a part of a trademark really of the BJP's political campaign, where big wigs are concerned. In this particular, seat from Shiggaon, obviously the Chief Minister is fighting. It's a battle for prestige for the BJP. But apart from that, the sea of support also does send out a signal to voters, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Because the point over here is the fact that the Congress is mainly banking on the sort of internal conflict which they had, especially among the Lingai leaders of the BJP party. Because somewhere they are clearly going ahead and stating that even though the Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai is a Lingait, there has been no sort of prominence which is being given to the Lingait leaders, mainly in the BJP party. And we could also see in the past that B.S. Yediyurappa was asked to hand over his chief ministership. This was something which the opposition is largely banking on. So the BJP finds itself cornered, but they have come out quite successfully from all of this, and they now strongly feel that they have an open, they have an edge over the Congress, not only in Shiggaon, but also in the.
All right, so we do have a poor audio connection over there. That's also because of the large number of crowds that we see currently. Pictures on your screen are of the BJP President JP Nadda, flanked on either side by Kiccha Sudeep as well as Basuraj Bommai. It's a huge show of strength by the BJP in this constituency. This is Shiggaon, where the Chief Minister filed his nomination papers from. Kiccha Sudeep, of course, has been a huge draw, as Prajwal has been pointing out. He does enjoy immense popularity for his work in Kannada cinema. But apart from that, also this is being seen largely as a show of strength by the BJP in this region. Now, do remember that even as this happens, there were some jitters for the BJP when the former Chief Minister of Karnataka Jagdish Shettar joined the Congress party. I'm going to try and go back to Prajwal right now. Prajwal, this huge show of strength comes also on a day when Jagdish Shettar on the other side has also filed his nomination papers. So the BJP, in a sense, trying to show that it does enjoy mass support, at least in this North Karnataka region.
Because the audio is very low because it is not understandable. There is a massive number of people as well, and this is
number of people as well, and this is turning out, we are not able to hear you, but I strongly believe that you were speaking about the sort of dissidents that both the BJP and the Congress are facing as well, and both the parties are doing their best to go ahead and contend with it too. But one of the major problems for both the BJP and the Congress is to make sure that there will be no further resignations, because the resignation tally for the BJP after the third list was
announced has already mounted to over 18 now. And after 18 resignations, a few of them joining the Congress and many of them also joining the JDS, and them being fielded against BJP candidates, which has been announced by the party, has turned out to be a huge difficulty, because somewhere the party also feels that they might eat into the vote share of the party candidates as well. And this is something which is now being seen as well. And now you can, just going through the visuals, you can see Mr. Sudeep himself going ahead and along with his fans as well. And we are also seeing Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai asking the people to move. We are also seeing Minister Murugesh Nirani as well, who is along with Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai, and both JP Nadda as well as Mr. Sudeep sharing a light moment over there on the caravan and waving to the people. It's a massive, it's a massive show out here with the people from all sides as well. Thousands and thousands of them pouring onto the streets in the Shiggaon Assembly constituency in Haveri district too. And this is something which clearly goes ahead and shows that Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai is quite a popular candidate over here. And whether the double engine government will again come in Karnataka, the 10th of May will decide that, and on the 13th the results will be announced as well. So how successful the BJP will be in coming back to power is something that needs to be seen.
All right. So as Prajwal is pointing out, of course, this is a mammoth roadshow that we are seeing by the BJP, and the number of people just also testament to the fact that their star campaigner does enjoy immense popularity. And as Prajwal has been pointing out, it's been a fantastic strategy by the BJP to get him, because as far as the crowds are concerned, nothing beats this. JP Nadda flanked currently by Basuraj Bommai and Kiccha Sudeep. Basuraj Bommai, of course, has also filed his nomination papers from Shiggaon in Karnataka. And on the other side, of course, today we've seen nominations coming in from Varuna for the Congress as well. Let's go back to Prajwal on the ground now. Prajwal, immense show of strength there by the Chief Minister also, because, within the BJP in Karnataka, he did have many challenges, but he seems to have overcome all of that, hasn't he, right now, Prajwal?
Yes, he's overcome most of the challenges as well, and this has mainly to do with the sort of support that Chief Minister